If your dentist has advised you to start using a water flosser, or you've seen it online and are thinking about adding it to your oral hygiene routine, but you're unsure how to use a water flosser, then this video is exactly for you. Hi, I'm Dr. Rachita Guru, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you step by step how to use a water flosser. What to do to make sure that it doesn't poke your gums, how to avoid making a mess with all the splash of the water, and what to do after you're done using it. This video is perfect for beginners, especially if you've just bought a water flosser and you're just not sure what to do with it. Now let me give you an example. Now let's say you have a very dirty car and you want to clean your car, okay? Now you take a broom, okay? And you start wiping the car. Now, वो broom से how much can you clean, right? You clean the surface, bas done. Now imagine if you get a pipe. You take a pipe of water and you, with some pressure, you clean the car all over. What are you going to clean? You're going to clean the hidden grooves. You're going to clean areas where the broom could not reach. That is exactly what a water flosser does. What does a water flosser do? It ejects water at a controlled pressure and it cleans in between your teeth and along your gum line, places where your toothbrush cannot reach. Now, water flossers are especially helpful if you have braces or aligners, if you have fixed retainers in your mouth, if you have implants, or if you have crowns or bridges. Or if you're someone who just generally struggles to use the standard string floss, then a water flosser is a great choice for you. But even if you don't have any of these, it's a great tool to improve your oral hygiene. In fact, I recommend it to all of my patients. Water flossers are an absolute game changer and they really amp up your oral hygiene routine. Now a quick tip before we get into the steps. Now while you're choosing a water flosser, make sure to choose one which has multiple pressure settings. It shouldn't just be like an on and an off button. Now let me explain why. Now when you're starting out initially, your gums are not used to that kind of pressure, right? So whenever you start using a water flosser, I would usually advise you to start with the lowest pressure setting and then gradually work your way up wherever you feel comfortable. Now everyone's gums are different and everyone's sensitivity levels are different. So it's always better to have at least 2 to 3 pressure settings. You should be able to adjust the water pressure to whatever feels comfortable for you, and that comfortable is different for everyone. Second, most of the water flossers available in the market, they have multiple tips available. So you have like a basic one and then you have like an upgraded one which has all the variety of tips. For daily use, I personally prefer the standard angular tip that works well for most of the situations. Now what pressure setting should you start with? Now many a times patients come to me and they're like, hey, I used the water flosser once and it was really hurting my gums. Okay, now water flosser should not hurt your gums, right? Now what happens is every water flosser has pressure settings. What I would advise you is start with the lowest pressure setting. It is mostly a soft mode, right? Start with a soft pressure setting and gradually work your way up. You should use what is comfortable for your gums. At no point should it hurt your gums. It is definitely going to feel pokey, but it should not hurt your gums. Okay, now step 1 is filling the water tank. Fill the water reservoir or the water tank with ideally warm water. Warm water usually just feels a little bit more comfortable on your gums. However, even room temperature or regular tap water works absolutely fine. Step 2. Position yourself correctly. I know this sounds very simple, but that's where most of the people get it wrong. Always lean over the sink before you start. I mean, logically you're gonna think if I just look into the mirror and see what I'm doing, then I'm just gonna get it right. But do not do that, trust me. You are just gonna splash water everywhere and create a mess. Instead, what I would recommend is just slightly lean over and bend your head and look into the sink. Step 3. Turning it on the right way. Now I know this sounds a little simple, but the order is very important. First, what you need to do is hold the water flosser and place the tip in your mouth. Keep your finger on the on and off button and partially close your lips to form a duck face. So I like to call this like the duck face. So you gotta do this. Your lips need to be partially open so that you allow the water to flow out from your mouth. And then turn the water flosser on. Now let's talk about how to actually clean your teeth properly. Now what is the basic purpose of using a water flosser? It is to clean the areas where your toothbrush cannot reach. Now where can your toothbrush not reach? It cannot reach in between your teeth, right? So that's exactly where you have to point the tip. Place the tip between two teeth. Pause there for about 2 to 3 seconds and then move on to the next gap. Now this pause allows the water to flush out the food particles effectively from in between the tip. What you need to do is you need to aim the tip along the gum line. Do not place it on the teeth. Do not place it on the gums. You need to place it along the gum line. Like I said earlier, a lot of people complain that, okay doctor, the water flosser was really poking my gums. They were poking your gums because you were pointing it on the gums. You don't have to point it on the gums. You need to point it along the gum line. So positioning and placement of the tip is very important. Start with your back teeth, move slowly towards the front, and once you're done, repeat the same thing on the inner side of your teeth. So you gotta do the cheek side and you also gotta do the tongue side. If you're using a water flosser for the first time, then I have a tip for you. Now before switching on the water, I would advise you to just run it dry once, so what you need to do is hold the water flosser, place it and aim it exactly where you want to, and just move it along your gum line so that you know how to use the water flosser and where the motion should be while you're using the water flosser. And then practice this once and then turn it on. That is completely normal in the beginning. As long as your pressure setting is at the lowest, a little tingling or a little poking sensation is absolutely fine. However, it should not be hurtful. It should not pain your gums. Once you consistently use it 3 to 4 times, your gums are going to get a hang of it and then it will not feel pokey anymore. Okay, now how many rounds should you do? Now I personally use a 300 to 500 ml tank and I tend to use it twice. Now there is no strict rule here, it's just that I like to use it twice because that just ensures that all the debris is removed. So whatever is comfortable for you, as long as you get the clean feeling, that works. How often should you use a water flosser? Ideally you should use a water flosser at least once a day. I personally like to do it in my nighttime routine before brushing. So I use my water flosser and then I go ahead and brush my teeth. If you have braces or aligners or just generally tend to get a lot of food deposits in between your teeth, you can also use it after every meal. But once a day works perfectly fine for most of the people. Now sometimes what I like to do is I like to add a little bit of non-alcoholic mouthwash into the water. Now this just gives a minty feeling and it's like a little bit of an antibacterial rinse for in between my teeth. Now most manufacturers don't officially recommend this. What I like to do is after I'm done using the mouthwash, I just make sure to rinse the entire pipe with 1 round of water so that all the residue is removed. Now another very important thing is what to do after using a water flosser. So once you're done, switch off the button and then remove it from your mouth. If you take it out and then turn it off, there's just going to be water everywhere. Now once you take it out, if there's any water remaining in the reservoir, make sure to empty it completely. You don't want any stagnant water over there. Also, I just like to keep the tank a little open so that it just gets to air dry a little. If you found this video helpful, then make sure to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more such simple dentist approved oral care tips. And if you have any questions about water flossers or if you need any product recommendations, then let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to help you. Bye and see you very soon in the next video.